Hey everybody, it's Brad at Dayport Brothers LLC out in Versailles, Ohio. Going to do another walk around video followed by an operational video on this 2002 Volvo G736 motor grader that came in and we're putting up for sale. Like always, I'll walk around, I'll talk about the features and functions. I'll get up close to everything, I'll show you everything that I see, tell you anything that I know, and then of course we'll fire it up, run it around, let you hear the engine, show you functions. As always, if you are in the market for a used motor grader, a used piece of construction equipment, or a used piece of ag equipment, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Your likes and subscriptions help other people who are looking for machines find our videos and find our machines, and we truly, truly do appreciate that. All right, this one is a 2002 Volvo G736 VHP. It is cab heat air. The air is not working. It is an all-wheel drive machine. The front drive motors are leaking oil, so the front is not pulling. I don't know if that's the only reason they're not pulling, but both drive motors are seeping oil, and the front does not pull, I should say. It's got a 14-foot blade, rear ripper, Cummins diesel engine, showing 6,691 hours on the hour meter, but the hour meter does not work. All right, I'll get up close to everything. Looking at this front tire, as you can see here, actually pretty decent tread life on this front tire. I'm gonna say we're at least 50-60%. I think I'm being very fair there. Quite a bit of tread life left. Not all cracked up or anything. Couple little spots here and there. This front rim, pretty decent. It's got some surface rust here and there where it's had some scratches and stuff over time. Nothing out of the ordinary. Up here, everything looks pretty good. Hydraulics. The frame is pretty straight. That yellow paint, as you see, has a little bit of fade to it, but it is 22 years old. I don't see any cracks or welds or anything up there. Coming down here, everything's pretty good here. Might be just a little bit of moisture right here. I don't know if one of these lines maybe has a small seep in it, or maybe right here. So there's just a little bit, I don't know how well you can see it, just a little bit of, looks like hydraulic oil moisture right here. Again, I don't see anything that's been cracked or welded up here. Everything looks pretty good. Coming down here, looking at that 14-foot moldboard. Everything's pretty decent. I don't know how well you can see it. I know it's kind of hard. The sun's nice and bright and it's creating a shadow here on this moldboard the way it is, but everything looks pretty good there. Actually has a little bit of life left there in that cutting edge. This cylinder seems to be good and dry. It does start up and run good. You'll hear that here in a little bit when we fire it up and do the operational video. Looking at this tire, as you can see here, quite a bit of tread depth left there. I'm gonna say this tire is at least 75-80%. I think I'm being pretty darn fair there. Lots of life left there. And again, this rim, it's got some paint chipped off here and there and a little bit of surface rust where that paint's missing, but nothing bad, nothing out of the ordinary. This rear tire honestly matches up really well to the front tire on this side. Same tread pattern. Quite a bit of tread depth left there. Definitely some life left in that tire as well. This rim, again, has some spots where the paint's chipped off, a little bit of surface rust. Sheet metal is pretty straight here. Again, like I said earlier, that yellow's got a little bit of fade to it, but it is 22 years old. Some surface rust where the paint's chipped off here and there. Come back here, take a look at the rear ripper. It does have the 5 big shanks, and also has, what we got here, 9 of these smaller shanks. So you can flip the big ones down or use the smaller. This shield back here is in good shape. That black mesh is good. Doesn't look like it's been backed into anything or banged up back here. Everything looks pretty good. They have welded on a Reese hitch receiver back here. Other than that, I don't see anything that looks like it's been cracked or busted off on the ripper. Everything looks pretty good here. Shanks are all pretty good. Same with those smaller shanks. They all look pretty decent. Maybe that third one in, it's missing the outer cutting bar there, the front tooth, but other than that, they all seem good. Looking at the sheet metal on this side, matches up pretty good to the other side, very straight. Again, just a little bit of fade, some surface rust where paint's chipped off. This rear tire actually maybe has just a little more tread depth than the others. Same pattern as the front and back tire on the far side, other side. But actually, like I said, it might have just a little better tread depth than the others do. This rim here, again, just has some paint chipped off and a little bit of surface rust on the rim where the paint's been chipped off, but other than that, not too bad. I guess this one does have a little bit of a different tread pattern. It doesn't have the bar cut out here. This tire, again, matches up really well to the other side on the front, and I'm gonna say we're at least 50% tread life left there. I think I'm being very fair. This rim matches up pretty well to that back one here. Everything looks good here. Again, this side on the frame. This cylinder seems to be good and dry. Kind of get up close to this side of the moldboard and let you see that. Like I said, the moldboard's pretty straight. I don't really see any spots where it's wore thin or anything like that, or had to be plated. That cylinder seems to be good and dry. Same with that one on that side. I don't see any cracks or plating anywhere here on this side of the frame. This front tire matches up really well to the other side. Definitely life left here in these tires. This rim, again, just some paint chipped off and a little bit of rust underneath there, surface rust just where the paint's chipped off. We'll go back and take a look at the engine. Like I said, pre-emissions Cummins engine here. Looking here, everything seems to be fairly dry up here on the block. Not seeing a bunch of oil or diesel running down the side of the block here. Maybe a little residual dirt and stuff down at the bottom, but I don't see anything that looks like it's big active leaks or anything like that. Just some residual dirt and grease. Let's take a look at the other side. I don't know how well you can see in there. Sun's kind of bright here on my back and it's making the screen a little hard to see on my camera, but pretty dry in here. Not really seeing up here on the top a whole lot of moisture or anything. Again, down at the bottom, a little bit of moisture. Looks like, honestly, it's just kind of residual. I don't see anything that looks like a big active leak. Maybe just a little bit here on this filter. Maybe, I don't know if that's needs tightened up a little bit there. Take a look inside the cab. Steps are good. Glass on this side, everything looks pretty good. That two windows in the door, the side window, everything looks good there. Take take a look at the rest of the glass when we're up in the cab. Floor mat starting to peel up just a little bit right here. Otherwise, fairly good on the floor mat. The seat looks, actually it's really good. I don't see any cuts or tears on this lower cushion. Pretty darn good there. That back, again, it's pretty good. I don't see any cuts or tears there. Armrests are decent. There's some weather checking in this foam, but both armrests are present and accounted for. A little bit of a spot there on that one. Everything looks pretty good down here. Launcher controls up here on this dash. Front windshield looks good. I don't see any cracks or spider webbing there. This door over here looks good. Looks like all the glass is pretty good. Headliner's actually pretty darn clean up there. I'm not seeing anything wrong with that. Taking a look from up here. Everything looks pretty good up here. Again, I don't see anything that's cracked or plated up here. All right, like I said, it's a 2002 Volvo G736 VHP. Lots of photos of it on our website. That's listed down below in the description. We'll fire it up, get right into an operational video. If you have any questions, comment down below.